Good evening, people of the internet. Today, stairs from the crypt again. What would happen if Dr. Frankenstein was a capitalist? Kind of. It's more of a story of lust, leading someone astray, mistaking it for love. Another pretty good episode, actually. It has some good cinematography elements in it, and everything is constructed quite well, so I hope you enjoy it with me, and I'll see you at the end.
Welcome, horror hooligans. This is your shiver chef. It's disgusting what people will do to stay young.
What's the matter with you? Want to keep that 90-pound corpse for the rest of your death? Keep pumping. I tell the story. Tonight's story is about an old man who finds a new wrinkle in the fountain of youth. A twisted tale that we call the switch.
I really love this opening shot. The camera kind of comes back or trucks back and then pans around the room and we end up in a different position and then we truck back in. I don't really see that a whole lot. It was kind of interesting how it did it, and it kind of, let me say, the shot coming up, sorry. I said the shot you saw. Anyways, I sped it up a little bit so that it wouldn't take so long out of the video, but this is just so you can kind of see the movement of the camera, and you can tell that it's someone actually walking with the camera, which is really hard to do, especially back then, because gimbals weren't as good as they are nowadays, so a pretty good shot. Oh, I know who that is. Oh, this is directed by Arnold Schwarzenegger? Oh, wow. Interesting.
You all right, sir?
I'm in love, Fulton. I'm in love.
Have you taken your medicine, sir?
I know you're desperately in love. She's cultured, sophisticated, and what's best, she's young.
Young, sir? Oh, forgive me, sir. But are you sure she's interested in you and not your...
Money? Don't worry. She has no idea of how wealthy I am, and I have absolutely no intention of telling her.
Rather good thinking, sir.
Nice plan, buddy. That's not going to backfire at all because, love prevails over all, right? It conquers all. Right?
Come on, Fulton. Let's open the curtain. Right to us. Open the curtain. Let some light in here. It's been dark long enough. Whoa. Open all the curtains.
He's moving pretty good for needing a cane.
The moon, the stars, Linda. It's time for us to live again, Fulton.
So he's going to tell you, I skip a little bit, but this old man brings a lot of flowers to this girl, man. A lot of flowers. So he's going to tell you, he's going to tell her. And can you tell me, or can you guess me, how well it's going to go? I'll give you a scale of 0 to 11, but the only applicable answer, the only acceptable answer is -5. Quick maths.
Oh, they're lovely, Carlton. They're as beautiful as all the other flowers you've given me.
Not half as beautiful. I don't have very much money, but I'd gladly share whatever I have.
Carlton, I can't.
Why not?
You are so sweet to me, Carlton, and I appreciate that. But when I look into your face, I know that I could never marry you.
Damn,
You
that's
look
harsh,
too
bitch.
Old enough to be my grandfather.
I'll do anything it takes to make you happy.
anything.
What obsession?
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
And across the forehead.
That's not enough.
We could continue with 2 eye tucks.
Still not enough.
We could even add new cheekbones and a chin implant.
I want to look still younger than that. I want to look like I'm 30 years old.
Mr. Webster, I can only turn back the clock so far.
I don't expect you to make my face look 30.
Then what do you expect?
Whole new face.
That's impossible.
I heard there's someone who can do it.
You understand that this kind of referral doesn't come cheap, don't you?
Life is cheap, Doctor. But youth is very, very precious.
That was not me cutting it. It actually did that transition, which is really, really cool. I don't know. I wish people would focus more on transitional shots between scenes a little bit more than they do, because it makes it tastier when you're watching. That's a weird way to describe it, but that's what I mean. It makes it tastier. You enjoy watching it when the scene-to-scene transition is something that sticks out in your head. Then you know that the whole production behind what you're watching has been thinking about almost every single step and ladder on its way to becoming a full whatever it will be. Ooh, I love that car. Ah, it's a beautiful car.
Are you sure you'll be all right?
Oh, I'll be fine.
My grandfather used to work for your grandfather.
How nice.
Of course, the rates have gone up.
Of course. I'm sure we'll get along splendidly. Oh, sorry. I don't mean to embarrass you, but I'm a rather brilliant surgeon. Perhaps I could help you with that hump.
What hump?
Let's go.
Yep, it's pretty much what I want my house to look like.
$1 million?
It's not so much, Mr. Webster. In fact, for a miracle, it's not much at all.
But $1 million for a simple operation?
Simple! It is a very complex operation, Mr. Webster, and only a doctor of the greatest talent would even dare to attempt it.
Okay, Dr. Frankenstein, Jesus.
The operation only costs $100,000.
What is the other $900,000 for?
The young man's face. Come, take a closer look, Mr. Webster. Huh? So what do you think of him, Mr. Webster? A good, strong jaw, solid cheekbones, sparkling green eyes, excellent genes. I should know. I helped to breed them myself.
Don't forget my hair.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God. Don't forget my hair.
Don't worry, Mr. Webster. You get to keep your brain. I only changed the skull bone and the flesh covering. In a way, it's too bad, because Hans has a very, very powerful brain. How much do you really want to be young?
You know how many people would actually pay that? Dude, I bet you a lot. Yeah, many people, many rich people, for many years have searched for the Fountain of Youth, or have tried to use, I want to say archaeology, and that is completely the wrong word. I am talking about alchemy. There we go. Alchemy. Not archaeology. Alchemy. They have been trying to use alchemy to save themselves from dying of old age, and that will be a continued pursuit for many years. If we were ever to solve it, I believe the answer lies within our genome. Stem cells, hormones, a slew of other things. We're chemical beings. Our bodies lose slowly the ability to properly reproduce cells and whatnot at the same rate as if we were younger. And if that was reversed using most likely chemicals into our body or synthesized version of our cells at a newer state injected into us, that could probably make us live for at least as long as we wanted. I am a weird person. I wouldn't mind living for a couple hundred years if I could remain at a relatively mobile state. Like 40s to 60s, you know, if I was bouncing in between those ages as I went for a couple hundred years. I really like knowledge, and I like many, many different facets of information in life. And I really want to know how far science will go, and if we'll ever know what happened before the beginning of the universe, because we only have like femtoseconds before the universe began. And I really want to see like past that. That's something I want to see, but I don't know if that will happen in my lifetime. Anyways, back to the video.
Don't be frightened, Mr. Webster. Just take a peek in the mirror. Eh? What do you think? Oh, I'm sure she will be very pleased with you. Just wait until your face is ready before you go. I'm going to keep him here just in case we need him again.
Why would we need him again?
You never know, do you?
What have they done to your face?
Surprise.
Oh my God.
Plastic surgery just for you.
But why? Why on earth would you do such
Just
a thing?
for you. To make you happy with me. Now nothing can stop us.
But your face, and your body's still old and decrepit.
I thought this was what you wanted.
But I couldn't possibly give myself to
an old man.
Did you notice the funeral bell that was dinging in the background? Dong! Dong! I really like that. I believe it can be symbolization for a few different things. One, he's still an old man, he's still dying. Two, his hope is dying. His hope that this will work is dying within him. And it kind of, I feel like, anyways, as from my perspective, that's kind of what they're going for, is the whole situation is just wrong. It's dying. It is aging. I like that touch. Another nice little cherry on top. I mean, that's a sound the cherry makes.
Do you think you're doing the right thing, sir?
What do you mean, Fulton?
Well, what assurances do you have that she will fall in love with you, even after you make these changes?
Because I love her.
Oh,
and
God.
love conquers all.
Love can also be blind, sir.
Yes,
I just pray you're not the only one it conquers.
Love stinks.
How much will it cost, this new torso?
$2 million.
What? That's insane.
To take a man's body, you must pay dearly.
I don't think the money actually means anything to him. I think he is blinded not by love, but by lust. It is an obsession of a person due to the way that they are and falling in love with the idea of them. I have fallen into that trap myself, so it's not an easy trap to avoid. Possibly if you're more secure with yourself, then it's not a trap that you can easily fall into. But it is definitely an obsession of lust, not love.
But you two are taking most of my money.
That's very sad, Mr. Webster. Perhaps next time you will know better than to grow old.
As if there was an option. Actually, who knows? Maybe the doctor knows.
let us begin to count to, let's say, 2 million.
Rubs it in his face. Oh my god.
It's amazing. It's an absolute miracle.
Oh, no, Mr. Webster. It's just an operation.
Just an operation. Imagine if we got to that point where if we could just graft, skin graft, bone graft, muscle graft, tendon graft, nerve graft, everything that we needed from ourselves to replace ourselves, man, prosthetics, you wouldn't even need them anymore. Actually, that would be incredible. Could you imagine? Like you lose your leg and they just take your stem cells and figure out what your leg was and then recreate it and then hook it back up. Holy shit. That'd be amazing, man. Muscle Beach. Look at the way he's walking.
I just can't get over your transformation, Carl.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad. You look wonderful.
Let's go. What's wrong?
It's your legs. They're so scrawny and old. Look at the sagging skin and the veins.
Oh, for God's sake, Linda, what more do you want? Won't you ever be satisfied?
I know what I want, Carlton, and you just don't have it.
Oh my god, just ask her what she wants, dude. Oh, just say this all the time, man. He's always just like, you don't have what I want. What the fuck do you want then? That's all he needs to ask. And then it'd be fine.
I've closed the house down. I best be on my way. I shall miss you, sir.
I shall miss you too, Fulton. Very much so.
A new lower body, Mr. Webster? That should be no problem, eh?
How much?
Oh, let's say $1 million a limb.
That's another $2 million?
I'm afraid, Mr. Webster, it's $3 million.
What do you mean?
Well, you're forgetting the most crucial limb of all. The limb that if you truly wish to satisfy your lover, is the limb that she would want to replace most of all. It's made a remarkable change in him. I'm sure he would agree to one final exchange.
$3 million is all the money I have left in this world.
Well, then maybe you should keep your money, Mr. Webster, and forget about the girl. The choice is up to you.
Wait till Linda sees this. Linda?
You hear about the apartment?
Where's Linda?
She moved.
Moved? That's impossible. Where?
Some fancy place uptown. Here's her address.
Why would you just give him the address?
Linda? Linda? I've done it. I did it. I've become the man you wanted. And look what I brought you. Marry me, Linda.
I can't.
Why not?
I'm already married.
What?
You're nice, Carlton. But I needed a man of financial means who could make me comfortable for the rest of my life.
Married?
A man with enough money so I'd never have to worry about being poor. A man who understood the importance of money.
But Linda...
I found my new husband, Carlton. His name is Hans.
Hans?
Your cocktail, sir.
Thank you.
Poor Carlton. Looks like he blew it. But no pain, no gain. I like a body that's nice and strong. It's your lucky day, fella. We want to pump you up.
That was great. That was another good one. Kind of silly. A little silly. But still, it was, I like the concept. Concept's, very entertaining. Well, thank you very much for watching my video all the way to the end, and I hope that you enjoyed it. This was an interesting one. A concept that I rather enjoy. I'm thinking it would be kind of interesting to see a new version of Frankenstein in the modern era, and he figures out how to recreate life and possibly transfer parts onto other people and make them look younger and do all kinds of stuff like that. Your nails are loud on the wood floor. Can you not walk right now, please? But he uses that ability to capitalize on it and continues to build wealth. Perhaps starts doing it for very illegal people. And he gets involved with that, and he has to use his creation, Frankenstein's monster, to defend himself rather than it attack him, or rather than it just attack a villager or whatever. That'd be an interesting take on the very traditional and old Frankenstein story, so that would be interesting to see. But other than that, I hope you have a lovely day, night, or evening, whatever time it happens to be, wherever you are. But I'll see you next time. I don't know what that was, but we're just going to ignore that.